Alright guys, check it out. Got this in from Amazon last night. I worked late, so I didn't get a chance to test it. This is a 3,000 milliamp an hour battery, an upgraded battery for the Bugs 3, and we're going to give this a test. We're going to go ahead. My main issue was that is it going to fit? And we can take this off of here. That is generally my mount to run a different camera off of it. Is it going to fit? As you can see, it fits. It's not going to fall out, and it is all the way up here. We do have a proper connection, which is the XT30 connection. We're going to just plug that in there. Stock battery is, I believe, 1,800 milliamps. We're going to turn this on. It binds to itself there. Make sure your throttle's all the way down. And if you take notice here, we have an MJX Bugs 3 with a Drocon Bugs 3 controller. It doesn't matter if you have black, red, blue, whatever color you have, these controllers are going to match up. Even the F100 drone, you could interchange the controllers. So if you have a bunch of them, use one controller. But alright guys, 3,000 milliamp an hour battery. This is what we're testing. We're going to see what type of flight time this gets. We're going to fire the motors here. We're going to go up. As you can see, she has zero issues lifting the extra weight. This drone is a burner. I'm not going to casually fly this either. I'm actually going to fly this. Do a little bit of yawing, just so you guys know what type of flight time you could expect to get. If you are going to be flying this a little more casually than I am, where you're not going to be burning out and you're not going to be rotating and doing heavy bank turns like that and crazy yawing like that, you're going to get a better flight time. If you, here, I'll show you. If you're going for video and you have a GoPro strap to this, or a Q6 Firefly, or a Mobius, or an 808 keychain cam, and you're just flying it like this, where you're chill flying, where you're really trying to get some stability out of the camera, and then you're lightly yawing around like this, and then you're lightly coming back to yourself like this, that's chill flying. That's good for videoing. That's not so much good for videoing, unless you want a crazy video. So if you're going to chill fly, you're going to get a better flight time than I am. Me, I'm not chill flying. I'm actually flying this basically how I would, where like right now, here. This is one of my signatures here, where we're going to come towards ourselves really slow, and then bam, reverse lateral punch. If you're going to be messing with the drone like this and actually having fun flying it and kind of pressing the limits a little bit, then you're going to get the flight time that I'm going to get. So that's where you're at with flight time. Again, this drone has no issues lifting this weight. I've had the Walkera gimbal on this. I've also had a larger 5,000 milliamp an hour battery on this that I got a half an hour flight time. That's a bit extreme, where this is more ideal. It fits in the battery bay where you don't have to actually strap the battery on. And again, we're just kind of crazy flying this here, really trying to put a burn on this battery. It's really a fun flying drone. I know a lot of people are looking for aftermarket batteries for this, including myself. And not that you have to mod. And this one, I didn't have to mod at all. We'll bring it in. And as you can see, this can be flown stably. As you can see here, we have, there's no altitude hold on it, despite the fact me finding kind of a sweet spot. So we're going to try to get it where it's going to sit, which is easier said than done. We have the battery here. It's hooked up to an XT30 connection. Come on. And it goes all the way to the front of the nose. You don't have to mod this. You don't have to strap it in. You could see me flying in all odd directions, kind of doing straight punch up, then coming down with it quick, backing out, reverse funnels, reverse lateral punches. I'm doing everything you can do to this quad, minus flipping it, but might as well try. Pretty sure this has a flip button on it. Let's see. I generally never flip with this. There's a front flip for you. I generally never flip with this quad. I don't ever have the need, but for testing purposes, there's a front flip. Battery's still in. side flip, side flip, side flip, back flip, front flip. Some nice flipping on this, and I generally never do it. And let's bring it down. Let's make sure the battery didn't shift. Battery's not shifted. It's still pressed up tight against that nose. So whatever you're going to do to this drone, when you're flying it with this battery in, you really don't have to worry about it falling out. And again, I'm really not going for range here. I'm going for high burn on the battery. That way you guys know what's going to be the flight time if you're really pushing this. Flying it out far, like if I decide to go out far with it, that really has nothing to do with the battery. Me putting a heavy burn on it has a lot to do with the battery. That was like a reverse funnel into a forward funnel, and then we'll bring it back to ourselves. So again, guys, if we see a decent flight time on this, I'm going to chalk it off and probably say this is a really good battery. If we see an excellent flight time on this, I'm probably going to grab more of these, because I have quite a few Bugs 3s, because they're just one of my favorite drones, man. Super fun to fly. Just a good look at it. Nice look at the sun. I apologize for that. If you're looking at your ticker, you know exactly how long we've been up in the air. Me, I'm not going to look at the ticker, and I'm not going to announce how long it is until the flight's over, until I'm grounded. Coming back in reverse. Reverse funnels. It's really flying this for you guys. I know a lot of guys that test batteries don't do this. They kind of do a bench test, or they kind of do a chill flight test, and that's not fair. That's not a fair assessment on the battery, just because not everybody's going to chill flight it. If I do a heavy burn on the battery like I am right now, and you fly just like I am, or less, you know you're going to have an accurate assumption on whatever flight time I got. If I do a chill flight, or I strap this down to a bench and throttle up with it, that's an inaccurate assessment, and you're probably not going to see that time. Trying to do this as fair as possible, as accurate as possible. Super fun drone to fly. And again, my main concern, which I'll reiterate, was the added milliamp an hour. We're up 1,200 milliamp an hour from the stock battery, so size was a concern for me. But it doesn't have a casing like the stock battery, so it fits right in. You don't need to mod this whatsoever. The correct connections on this. The 5,000 milliamp an hour battery that I have, that I put on one of these, I had to mod the connection. It was an XT60 connection, and the Bugs is an XT30 connection. There's just some left to rights for you, showing you kind of the pitch that this thing really has. And if you're unfamiliar with the front to back pitch rate, I do what's called a rocking horse. Bam. Bam, a little rocking horse action. That kind of shows you what type of pitch rate it has, how heavy the nose is going down, and how heavy the back end's going down. Really nice drone. Really nice drone. The Bugs 3 drones really outdid themselves. And if we could find a battery that's going to make this drone stay in the air longer, that fits, like this one fits, then we might have a home run. And again, stability. Obviously it's not GPS, but you can fly this stable. And if you want to fly it like a nut, like I'm flying it, you could also do that and not have to worry about much of anything. Bring it in, we'll show you the yaw rate. A little look at the yaw rate. Alright, I'm getting beeping on my controller, which I'm assuming is low voltage. So we are going to put this over here. I want to see my hat cam. Leaving it sit there. Well guys, I don't know. I'm at 10 minutes and 50 some odd seconds, which really isn't added time. Would this be a good spare battery? Yeah, but for the price, I don't know. We're gonna continue running this. Maybe it gave a low voltage indicator early. I'm gonna run this until it comes down. Maybe the battery itself is giving a way low voltage warning. So we're gonna run this until it comes down. Unless for some reason the beeping is my TX batteries, which I don't think it is. So we're gonna stay close here and we're just gonna run it. Because I don't have the LEDs blinking underneath, and I'm pretty sure they do that on low voltage. So it could quite possibly be my TX as it's blinking. Could be the batteries inside that's getting low voltage. Like I said, I'm pretty sure the lights underneath the Bugs 3 blinks when it's low voltage. Well, we'll see here. We're gonna fly this until it hits the ground, until it auto lands, or until it does whatever. Yeah, for some reason I'm really thinking that's a voltage meter on the TX's batteries. Because again, I really think, I'm not positive though because I haven't flown this in a while. I'm pretty sure those lights blink when we have low voltage. And they're not blinking. So I mean, I'm not going to go too far with this just in case my controller does decide to kick out. Just going to mess with it close. If my controller does shut off, then we definitely know that was it, and I'm going to have to run this test again. But we're going to stay close. Still putting a mild burn on it. We're not cruising. Because again, I'm almost positive those underlights will blink. And as you guys can see, we're not blinking. So if that's the case, if it's my TX's battery, I apologize for that I didn't come out with fresh batteries. I had thought the batteries that I had were fresh enough. Nope. Now we got blinking, and we have a different chiming. So right now that we got, maybe that was an early warning sign blinking. Maybe this is, hey, low voltage is getting really low. We're at 14 minutes. Almost 15 minutes. That's still not increased performance. It's not maxed out. It's not bad. I think on an average burn on a used battery, I'm seeing about 12 to 13 minutes, so it's a slight increase. But we're gonna fly it until it kicks here. Maybe we'll get a 20-minute flight out of this. Maybe we'll get a max 20-minute flight out of this before it auto lands, I would honestly like to see 16 to 18 minutes. That to me would be good. That to me would be worth grabbing this and flying. We're just keeping it closer. And again, I mean, granted, I flew this a lot more aggressively than some of you guys are, so whatever the time that I get at the end here, if you fly less aggressively, a little bit nutty than I do, you can probably add 2 minutes at a time. And be aware, there is no return home on this drone. If you are in low voltage, you do need to bring it back home. And home is you. Bring it back to the controller. We're beeping and beeping and beeping. And this was fully charged. I did charge this off the B6 charger. So it did get a full charge. It got a good charge. It got an accurate charge. I was able to monitor it on a digital readout. So that is definitely not an issue. But again, maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's just a really early low voltage indicator where you're just going to have to fly it a couple times and get a feel for the battery, because as you can see, we're still in the air here. I haven't lost any type of power whatsoever. I'm really just waiting for this to auto land or me lose some power here. And right now I'm kind of chill flying it, not really to extend the battery life, just in case this thing decides to set down. It's not going to come down heavy. It's setting down now. Bam! And we're going to shut down the motors. Bam. We shut down the motors. So we probably got light nick in one of our blades because I have the tall landing gear and it doesn't sit quite right. So we're going to turn this off. Let's check our hat cam. 17 minutes. So it's debatable. It's debatable. This and we'll take the battery out to show you it. It is debatable. I mean, I'm not getting a 17-minute flight time off of my stock batteries. I'm getting like 12 to 13 minutes, so it's definitely an increased one. I really would have liked to seen about 20 minutes out of this. But I mean, if it's going to consistently get about 17 minutes, then I don't know. I guess I'm going to sign off on it. I'm not really happy that that we're getting low voltage warnings as early as we did, because I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Yeah, because here, my controller's on. I mean, it's not connected, but with the low voltage on the controller, we should still see that blinking and whatnot, and it's not. So we got an early low voltage warning, I believe, at like what, 12 to 13 minutes, and then the battery continued to last all the way up until almost like 17 minutes. So 17-minute flight time isn't bad. I guess you really need to weigh out what you want. My thoughts on this. Again, it fits in there nice. It really does. And the battery itself, the battery's a little bit warm to touch. It's not hot or anything. It fits in there nice. It's not going to fall out of there. The XT30 connection fits right in there. Is it worth it? I don't know. I'm really trying to weigh that out in my head here. Is it worth it? We're getting, we scuffed up the blades a little bit. That's all right. We got extra blades. 12 to 13 minutes is what I'm getting. So 13, say 12 and a half, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 5.5 minute increase flight time. Not bad. I mean, really got to weigh it out. To me, again, I really wanted to see 20 minutes. I really did. We put a 5,000 milliamp on and got 30 minutes. So 1,800, we're getting like 12 minutes. I wanted to see 20 minutes out of this. I can't say that I'm displeased with it. I'm just not super duper stoked with it. Because again, I really wanted to see about 20 minutes. But I guess 17 to 18 minutes on this battery is good. I guess that's good. We could probably say that's good. So for a 16 to 17 minute flight, I'm even going to lowball it a little. 16 to 17 minute flight, that's what you're going to get with this. I'm going to sign off for it. If you're looking for a 20-minute flight battery, this ain't going to be it. All right, guys, take care and fly safe, and Hope this helps somebody. Brutally honest here, that's what I think. I showed you the full flight review. We've not altered the video any. We've flown this hard. Now here's something to consider. With me flying this as hard as I did, if you don't fly it as hard as I did, you might see that 20-minute mark. If you're going to cruise fly this, if you're going to go for a video, you might see that 20-minute mark. So there are all types of things to consider. But then again, and I mean, I have heavier landing gear than you probably do on this, but if you're going to carry an action camera on this, you're going to have a heavier payload. So you're going to have to take that into consideration. If you're going to crazy fly with a heavier payload, you're probably going to get a lower flight time than I just did. And we got low power on a hat cam. If you have a payload under here and you're going to fly super slow chill, you might get the same flight time. You may even increase it. But understand, with added weight is added draw on the battery. But I was nuts flying it, so that's where we're at with this. So again, 16 to 17 minute flight time. If it's worth it for you, then you might want to grab this. It does fit the body. It does plug right in. All right, guys, take care and fly safe.